It's a movement like we've never seen in the history of our country.
Wisconsin is Trump country.
And that's what this fight is all about. We're taking on the failed political establishment and restoring government of, by, and for the people. It's the people. You're the people. You won the election.
We love this country. We love Donald Trump.
Promises made, promises kept. We support President Trump.
This is epic.
Donald Trump is our president!
With every last ounce of heart and hope and sweat and soul, we are going to make our stand. We are going to stand for liberty. We are going to stand for justice. We are going to stand for freedom. And we are going to stand for the sacred rights given to us by the hand of Almighty God. You joined our movement, the greatest movement in the history of our country. You protected your family. You defended your dignity. You recaptured your destiny. And you took back your country with that great election 2.5 years ago. We are one united movement, one united people, and one United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
You have always been loyal to this nation. Now you finally have a president who is loyal to you. Every day between now and November 2020, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you.
If you like pina coladas, get caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have a brain. Oh my God, great.
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This
Yeah.
is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy. What matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. That all changes starting right here and right now.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain it through time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Then look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, but you didn't even know. Wait a minute, now just watch you go. I kept everything I said, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard.
The keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Brother.
Good morning, Mike.
A little bit of JFK there, the last normal Democrat that we kind of can refer back to, I guess. Yes, good morning, trolls. What is going on? We got Face in the house, a couple of mods, some good Patriots, and of course the morning trollers. Yeah, we don't listen to too much of the left or the, I mean, geez, Woodman, at this point, people are either lining up with fake news or the opposite of, because they've been wrong. We go back from the minute Trump took office, wrong about Russia, wrong about everything. And, we had to deal with it. We had to let the actual process of finding out that it was garbage happen, which took 3 years. Most of them still haven't let it go. Now they're already on to, will Trump accept if he loses? And it's like, you guys haven't even accepted that he won the first time. Let's be logical here.
I agree.
Complete waste of tax dollars of our life, our last 4 years cannot be gotten back. You guys have not, peaceful transfer of power, my ass. You have whined, kicked, and screamed. You guys ignore the border issue. You ignore the crime. Trump's not building a wall to be racist. He's building it because we're a country and we're sovereign. And you guys have all these taxes, and you want to tax the hardworking people that live here and are vetted and are actually citizens, but you're trying to allow a whole generation of people to come in and not be citizens or partake in that dream of being vetted. So let them be vetted. We're tired of listening. What I've come to the conclusion, there's just a lot of morons in the world. And you can put that to sleeping. They're not paying attention. They're into sports. They're into their own life, their own fantasies. And all that got turned off on them. So now they're directing their energy or attention because they're bored. And they're tuning into these stories on their couch, Woodman. Like, I think the guy with the gun's guilty. And they don't know nothing. And they just ramble on, get onto social media and take, he crossed state lines with the intent to kill. Then it turned into arrest his mom. His mom drove him to work. He must have had the gun. She must have saw it. They don't have any evidence. And none of that's true. He went over there to work that day as a lifeguard. He was scrubbing off things off the courthouse that the vandals the night before put on there. And he was there like working, getting off work, scrubbing there's photos of him scrubbing the paint off, helping. And then he gets, he's CPR certified because he's a lifeguard. He looks like he spent most of his time in Kenosha. You guys don't understand. I lived in Kenosha for 3 years, but I worked in North Chicago. I didn't want to live in North Chicago at the base. It was inner city. It was hard to get around. I'm not going to lie. It was just a lot of noise and a lot of what I didn't want. So I drove 40 minutes and lived over the border. I had a part-time job in Kenosha. I spent all of my days in Kenosha, but I worked in North Chicago. This kid probably lived right over the border, which is 30 minutes to get into the city of North Chicago, or just cross the border into Pleasant Prairie, Kenosha area and work. Looks like he might have been moving there. He lived there or he worked there all the time. He had a bunch of friends there. He just happened to live in Illinois. He didn't come there with a gun, didn't cross over state lines with a gun. We're finding out now that he got one at a house. These people that were gathering up because the car lot guy that was buddies of theirs said, hey, I can use some support down here. I need somebody to help. And they all got gun and went down there. So people are like, you damn all right, you don't know business. You cross state lines. All these fabricated lies that if you just
they're quick
wait.
to judge.
Yeah.
They're quick to judge without even investigating it. That's what's ruining everybody, is because they see this bull crap and all of a sudden, wham, it's gospel. There's now there's 100 people know the wrong thing, and then all of a sudden the real thing comes out later on. Then they're gonna have a hard time dealing with it. So you're right on cue on that one, Mike. You said that right.
There you go, man. Right on cue. Then the cue comes up. People are like, cue this or that. It's like, look, get into some of the posts and tell us what we're missing here. Everyone, like a lot of the mainstream, goes right to post one. It says right here, Hillary be arrested. No, we all know that did not happen. So therefore, they're all wrong. Well, post number 2, right after number 1, if you go a little further, post number 2, very first line says Hillary was arrested, just not yet detained.
Quick to judge. Quick to judge.
Come on, folks. Do you not believe? We've latched on to things. They're like, this conspiracy theory, but we've been doing it for 3 years. And it's the, we can go over that we've gone over, child sex trafficking, all these things that we've learned about that are not conspiracies. You want to choose to, the media wants to say, mostly conspiracy, but they latch on to some child sex trafficking things, which is real, but they try to link it to this person. And they're real quick to say that this person is not linked to it. So they must have done all the investigative work to let us know that that person that we're talking about isn't linked. Well, then who is? Since you did all this investigative work from that linkage to over here, who did you find? Because there's got to be somebody running the damn thing. Because we know it's not the mule guy. So they did enough investigating to find out it wasn't this person, but they didn't go far enough to give us the actual names of who it was. Interesting. And it's going to keep on going, by the way, because you've done nothing. The media's done nothing. The past administrations have done nothing. They've ignored the fact that Trump has made executive orders on human rights abuse. And if you're found to be doing it and you live within the United States, that all your property, all your money, there's no little sly maneuvers. You can't get any, trusts set up and hope that, I don't own the trust. I just play in the trust every day and I drive the vehicles that the trust owned. They're going to rip it all right from under you. So whatever, think what you want. At this point, I don't listen to fake news, people that don't pay attention, people that I know it's easy to read them. I've had a personal Facebook with 500 friends and associates, and I could read all of them like a book. I know where they stand. I know where they're coming from just based on their post and what they post about day to day. Same thing that the damn CIA's doing and shit with that app. So without further ado, we're going to introduce our new assistant here.
All right.
Which we were so we'll go like, Alexa, who is James Comey? Alexa, who is James Comey?
According to Wikipedia, James Bryan Comey Jr. is an American lawyer who was the 7th director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation from 2013 until his dismissal in May 2017. Comey had been a registered Republican for most of his adult life. In 2016, he described himself as unaffiliated.
Alexa, is Q real?
According to Wikipedia, Q is a fictional character as well as the name of a race in Star Trek appearing in The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager series, and in related media. The most familiar Q is portrayed by John Delancey. He is an extra-dimensional being of unknown origin who possesses immeasurable power over time,
James
space,
8 corny.
the laws of physics, and reality itself, being capable of altering it to his whim.
So they answer different all the time because we did it earlier too, right? So Alexa,
Yep.
is Q real? QAnon.
Yes, QAnon is real.
See, depending on how you answer or ask. So there you go. We know Q's real because there's been information that's been going on 3 years. People mean by, what does real mean? Is the information real? Is it really a government operative releasing or a group of? Well, we know it's not just one because it was already told to us. It takes 2 hands to count the total number of people involved, but less than 10. So we got that much information. Less than 10, but takes 2 hands. So a minimum of 6, a max of 9. I think we were told like only 4 are not military, or only 3 are not military. So think what you want. We've been great on our own for about the last 3 years going through all this information. And again, what you do with information is just look at it. You have things you look at. So if somebody that's here or that just Q's fake and they don't have a reason, it's almost like that video this morning, Woodman, you said was great.
It was.
those awesome Trump supporters sat there and asked the guy, well, if Trump's racist, tell us. Nobody can ever say why Trump's racist. They just have it in their head. And that shows the propaganda. And we say it all the time. It's like, if you're going to go around, Woodman, in your own life and call somebody a racist, you would probably have the evidence tucked in you. Something personally from them happened to you, or you heard him personally say something that sticks with you. And that would be your weapon, that anytime that you need to prove that that guy's a racist, you would use the reason why you think he's a racist, not just go around and say it. And then when you get, really quick, like, well, why? Tell me why he's racist, because I'm a black man and I'm supporting him. So if you think he's racist, let me know so I can look at that little bit and maybe I can come up with the idea that he's racist. Well, I don't know. I just know he is. The media said it. I mean, I know there's got to be something out there. That's what they literally go to most of the time, that there's got to be something. I know I've heard. I can't quite recall. Well, then you shouldn't be holding that, to quick to say that he's a racist, but you're not quick to have that fact, because you're not going to find it. Every time that they tried brainwashing you, and this is what really happened when they lost folks, they were so butthurt, and the 6 media owners that are at the very top put down their propaganda to them damn teleprompter screens so harsh and without thinking, that they're like, well, Trump was being a racist today. Don Lemon would say that. And literally you'd stop in your tracks. But, oh, shoot, Trump was being a racist? Is this like 2015? He's kind of running. It hadn't really, peaked into 2016 yet. And then you'd sit there and they'd show him speaking at a rally, and you wouldn't hear anything about race. You'd hear him talking about the border and we're a country and we need to be sovereign, so we got to build this fence or this wall, whatever. And then they'd cut back over, and Don would be like, there it was. Did you hear it? Yeah, he's a racist. And it was nothing to do, and some of you fell for that. That's all that is. So get some facts and come with it, folks. I mean, it's too easy. It's like I said, people calling Trump a racist, and if I'm a racist for supporting Trump, like in the video I said, and I tweeted, then you touch children because you support Biden. So right. we can throw it that simple.
Well, people need to realize that once your mouth opens up and that word comes out, you can't take it back. That's why it's so important to not only just dig, but really dig and find the facts for support of the facts. You can't go on whims or hearsays. Those days have been long gone for a long time. If you find something out, don't just jump and run on it. Dig and find out where they got their information from or how accurate that information really is, because that makes a big difference. Once your mouth is open and a word comes out, it's gone. You can't get it back. And that's how they spread all this fake crap. So please do yourself a favor and investigate yourself. Don't go to the first thing you come across, because a lot of times that's not the right answer. I hope you all understand that. It's so important, They're born to that.
I agree, brother. Hold on, let me get you off the screen here. I'm sitting over here looking at comments and getting all engaged in that.
A little bean juice this morning.
A little bit of that bean juice. Never hurt nobody.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's look at a few headliners here, see what's going on this morning. Lots going on.
It's going to be a big week. Wow.
How come I don't have desktop capture anymore? I know there it is. Man, that messes me up when I do that.
Great to see all your mods out there. I've noticed face for sure. She's always there. What a trooper. Our sexy little mod.
Warning, Democratic data firm says Trump landslide likely on election day, but will be flipped to Biden by mail-in votes emerging a week after election. Oh, man. Alexa, is voting fraud real? She don't know nothing. All right, so Democratic data firm says Trump landslide likely on election day. I guarantee it. We guarantee that. By a landslide. So let's look at this article here. So Democratic data firm says Trump landslide likely on election day, but will be flipped to Biden by mail-in votes emerging a week after. So we're going to win on the day of by the vote, and then the ones that decided to vote in will just all come in for Biden. A top Democratic data and analytics firm funded by Michael Bloomberg claimed it is highly likely President Trump will win by a landslide on election night, but will ultimately lose in the following days after the mail-in ballots continue to be counted. Each vote taking Biden closer to the win.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Man, come on. What the? Come on,
man.
Come on, man.
I can't believe it. That's just terrible.
It's just a nightmare. Really is, folks. Let me see here. How is your lead supply? They're asking.
I actually doing pretty good. You got to go out and every now and then just test it, make sure you still got your aim right. Oh yeah.
All right, so let's look at their breakdown that Bloomberg put. So once 75% of the mail-in ballots were counted, perhaps 4 days later, he's giving us the exact little plan they get. 4 days later, they could flip to Biden's favor. This particular model scenario portrays Biden as ultimately winning a massive victory, 334 to 204, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Alexa, who is Joe Biden?
Oh God. Oh God.
According to Wikipedia, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. is an American politician who served as the 47th Vice President of the United States from 2009 to 2017. He served as a United States Senator for Delaware from 1973 to 2009. A member of the Democratic Party, Biden is the Democratic presidential nominee for the 2020 election, running against the incumbent, Donald Trump.
That's right. Don't you ever forget that.
Did you ever forget?
Don't you ever forget that. All right, so we know that, Biden's got every intention to cheat. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. Don't tell anybody. But did you see Pelosi got a haircut? Or her hair did?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, walking through the salon, with no mask, and the guy behind her, he had a mask on. Yeah. That mask crap, I'll tell you, when we get off here, I got to talk to you about something I found out the other day, or yesterday. It's nuts. So, yeah.
All right, so I believe, pretty sure, I got a Scott and tomorrow, 11 o'clock or noon, or 11:30 to noonish. We'll say definitely by noon. If they're here any earlier than that, we'll go. But I'm pretty sure by noon. But yeah, interesting little show tomorrow. I'm sure we're gonna be delving into a little bit of and I'll just leave all names out of it for right now. But in the district where Scott goes for his kids, somebody was, and the story I got is this: that there was a picture taken over the summer, like out of school time, where there's a picture circulating or a video circulating around now from the summer of this kid playing with a gun, but it's an airsoft, the ones that take like the orange hard plastic BBs. But they were playing with that or something. The other night, the principal shows up at the door with the police. And they talk to the mom. They want to see the kid, and the mom, tells the kid you don't have to. But the daughter is kind of well spoken and not afraid to, so she was like, "I'm fine." Went out and talked, and she's on like the volleyball or softball team or something. She plays extracurricular. Well, they were questioning her about it all, and it was airsoft, so it comes out as airsoft. Well, then the cops behind the principal light and tighten stuff up, looking up stuff on the fly, and he's like, "Well, it's illegal to purchase an airsoft unless you're 18." And she's like, "I didn't purchase it." So that was kind of squashed. But anyway, they end up suspending this kid on the stoop of the porch, I'm guessing, like as this is transpiring with the cop there, just as like safety, not there to do anything other than because the principal's at somebody's house, so the parents aren't getting upset. Like he just knew the information to come over there with would be bad, so they had a cop. The cop's doing extra work on his own other than just sitting there making sure that no fight happens, like, bringing up laws, trying to get this girl, and I didn't buy it, Anyway, they end up suspending her indefinite, so expelling. The kids kicked out of school for this picture that was circulating in summertime, and we're just like, what the heck? And I'm like, I don't think we're getting all the information. And Scott was he's been digging into it the last few days, but so he did post and send me over some photos, and they're going to be hard for you guys to see. I don't even know how to make that bigger, so I can't, but because I'm inside of this. Well, maybe I can. Let me see. I can zoom in for sure. Just got to use my little brain. There we go. Get Woodman's audio on as well. I know it's on because I can hear the cricket. Okay. Right. You better get your gun out and kill that thing, man.
They're all over the place.
And get a couple of buckshots then. I'm just joking. It's not that bad.
Buy a shotgun. Buy a shotgun.
Buy a double barrel shotgun, bro. Come on, man. So this goes over a multitude of things. And what I have highlighted down here is what I found, this little purple signature down there. And it because all these other rules talk about in school, during school, blah, blah, blah. And let me pull this up. There we go. So what this says, what I found is unlawful activity. It says, and none of that other stuff pertained. It talked about being in school, doing stuff during school, I was like, this ain't nothing to do with school. Then it says E, unlawful. So a student may be suspended or expelled for engaging in unlawful activity on or off school grounds, if the unlawful activity may reasonably be considered to interfere with school purposes or educational function, or the student's removal is necessary to restore order to protect persons on school property. This includes any unlawful activity meeting above the criteria that takes place during the weekend, holidays, or other school breaks, and the summer period. So I quickly found this clause that wrapped up the kid. Now, I don't really see in there, I don't know how the gun thing, airsoft video from a summer, and I don't know what it entailed, if they were just in the background behind somebody, or if the video was all recorded of them shooting it at a target or at each other. Maybe they were, and I don't know, because I don't have it all yet. But this is us telling you how to, how we're starting on something to look. Scott's wanting to take care of this because he's got kids in the district. He doesn't want to have any precedents set. They're coming to your house knocking about a video taken months earlier. Now again, with school being off and everyone having the tablets, was this recorded on the school tablet? Maybe they're finding out, they're wanting to look at the evidence and get the tablet back, and they can see that this video is recorded on the school, and you can't record. I don't know, because everyone's got these tablets now, which are school property. I thought maybe the video was done yesterday during the school hours. I didn't know if they were doing this login thing, and we already know there's other stories of some first grader or second grader getting expelled as well for a BB gun. I don't know if it was in the classroom or it was hanging up in the background of the when they're doing the online thing. And hey, I don't know. There's all kinds of, my daughter has the online homework to do, but I think once a week or something, there's like a Zoom class or something where you're jumping in and other kids are on, the teacher's live. Each kid needs to be muted because, like my kid was saying, one of the other kids in the class had a younger sibling that's home, screaming the whole time in the background because he's not in the class, but he's in the house, and it makes it hard for everyone else to hear. So each person needs to be muted individually. The teacher must have the program to see each kid's picture, and then if there's a bunch of noise coming from their channel, she can call out the kid like, Tommy, you need to mute your microphone so nobody else hears all that noise coming in. But if it's that noisy, how's the kid supposed to hear? It's just all a mess.
It sure is.
So yeah, this is kind of a local thing taken off. A kid was, and we want to look into it. We want to see if the laws were followed here. All I'm seeing is the unlawful activity, a chunk under E, section A, or not, it's not even A, it's just E, under E. So under E, title E, section E, unlawful activity. What's the unlawful part? A kid had a gun that was under 18. And I thought it was just the purchasing of. Well, she didn't purchase it. Well, you're going to have to prove that, or you had it in your hands. It doesn't mean you purchased something. So, I don't know. Kind of interesting. Real, crazy to go down that road, though, right, Woodman? 'Cause somebody else. And how did this all come about? Another parent saw the video just circulating online on her own personal Facebook and took it. This concerns me. And out of all people to call, calls over to the school and involves the school.
Right.
So, it's kind of like, if if that same lady, if I was to be arguing with her out of nowhere, do I just pick up the phone? Who you call? I'm calling the school. Yeah, I'm down here arguing with Linda Robertson. I believe her daughter goes to your school. Does the principal come down and deal with this? It's like, what else does he deal with? I don't know.
Bizarre. by the way, I seen in a chat room where a while ago that Silver Wolf was saying, why should I investigate myself? What I meant to say, and I thought I got it across, was, investigate yourself by, you do all the investigating yourself. Make it right within your own mind. That's what I meant. I guess I didn't say it properly. I apologize. But you really have to investigate yourself. I don't mean like your person. Where do you get your information from? How accurate is it? How often does it come out? Do they have great resources? Things like that. Who's opposing it? Why are they opposing it? find out that kind of aspect also. That's what I kind of mean, Silverwolf. I didn't mean to guide anybody in the wrong direction. Believe me.
What did you say? I don't understand.
Well, I said you have to investigate yourself is what I said, and
About any story or whatever you mean?
right. But he took it as you have to investigate yourself
Yeah,
individually.
you need to investigate yourself first, which starts with
Yeah.
you and your own being. If you come back clean on all that, then move forward. No, it was,
No, that's not what I meant.
you investigate for yourself. Always investigate and connect all of your own dots. Is that what you're meaning?
Right. Always. Yeah. Always. You have to, because you can't go on somebody else's word. Hearsay has been out the door for a long time. You can't do that anymore. Jibber jabber, neighbor talk, whatever. That's fine and dandy. But when it comes down to brass tacks, you better have your brain plugged in and really get it right. Like we
Yes.
always say, once you open that mouth and let the word go out, you can't get it back. So you got to be very, very critical about that.
Ask
Sorry,
for some
Silverwolf.
flags. Yeah, but Silverwolf, no hard feelings, Woodman said. He was only playing too, he said. So now after all of that, he just said, Woodman, I was only playing. I understood you. That's what he said. So
All right.
I asked for some flags after the fest just because like Ben had brought some. I tore down all the ones in the studio here. The actual one is on loan from Ben. So if anything, it was like, man, I love to come and take it. Ben had that, he brought it. I know, his is kind of hanging up. He had to bring it too. So it's like, boom, I asked for come and take it. We got two. So now, I got one for the studio somewhere, one for any event that we want to display somewhere when we go.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me the Keep America Great, I believe. I haven't opened it yet, but unless it's the no bullshit one, but I believe it's just the Keep America. So we appreciate that. Looking for a American flag yet, and then I might need a few of those. I actually have one, but it's flying. So I'm not saying I can't get one, but if you guys have one, you want to donate, send it to the P.O Box. I got an American flag we're needing yet, or a couple, and don't tread on me. So then I can get these ones that Ben loaned to us in the very beginning to get kicked off over here back, because I know he was kind of wanting those back. So it's been 3 years. So yeah, these are nice flags. We got tons of them that will fly every year at the event. That's kind of a standard now. So the more we get, the more we grow. I liked where they were hung at too. The mods came up with a great idea, and I think it was the one guy from Ohio that actually came up with that. The one kid that went to go get. I'm not kidding. He was a young man. Are you all froze up there, Woodman? Looks like Woodman's frozen.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay,
I'm fine.
okay.
No, I'm just.
Didn't
I'm
hear a
just
word,
listening to
didn't
you.
see you move. You're dead as a tree there. So I thought he was all froze up.
No, I'm good, man. I just enjoying your words, brother. That's all.
Alexa, is Woodman real?
According to Wikipedia, Mick Chopper, the Tin Woodman, also known as the Tin Man or, mistakenly, the Tin Woodsman, is a character in the fictional land of Oz created by American author L. Frank Baum. Baum's Tin Woodman first appeared in his classic 1900 book The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and reappeared in many other subsequent Oz books in the series. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
Thank you. This is my awesome assistant.
Sorry, I'm not
So
going to
we'll
put on
use her.
some tin
They
suit.
like to listen to everything, right? Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you got a." I didn't buy this like anytime recent, folks. This is like 3 years old. But I'm telling you, what a better place. If somebody wants to listen in, they can listen into the shows. So we're hoping over at the old CIA that they're listening into the show right now and getting an earful. So
I hope so too, because they are.
Yeah. We don't have to download the videos anymore. He's got the source in there. It's straight in tap. That's cool. Yeah.
We're gonna go to the main source and figure it out. See, episode 299. What was that now again? Oh, I hope everybody's having a good week. Hump day, bump day, man. Come on, smile, be happy. We're trying to make you happy, trying to make you smile a little bit. With all this garbage going around in our world, in our backyard, got to find a smile somewhere in there and keep it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's kick this up a notch. We'll go into Super Alexa mode. So, Alexa, we'll go up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Was that the code? Alexa? Up, down, left, right, BA start.
Ding, 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 ding. Amazing job. You've secured all the power-ups.
I'm sorry, man. Alexa.
That's funny. That's from an old, that's the old code from Mario. Yes, people knew it. They got it. Very nice. All right, we're looking at a few more headliners here, folks. I know there was something else we're missing that I saw. So let me jump back over here and we get Woodman's mic on. After this, Woodman's going to be swinging by. I'm going to get him the, like we said, if you guys, once I hand him this paper, it's a cutoff as far as any orders until we actually get those back. So, and I actually got a few more of everything just in case. But yeah, orders been kind of coming in steadily, and that goes over to Woodman's family. Remember, he's just for this run. He needs to get a computer and some other stuff. We got to team up for. So, Carter Page's FISA-related FBI Woods file documents mysteriously disappeared and had to be recreated by Mueller's team. The official ones disappeared because they were no good for nobody.
Well, they had to make them right. I mean, let's fit the narrative there.
It seems like the FBI never misplaces any paperwork on a normal person they're going after, but when it has to do with their own paperwork, hell, we lost that.
Oh, how convenient, man. And people fall for it. That's terrible.
Let me see here. This is going to be great.
God, what a moron.
So, Brian Stelter, he goes on to C-SPAN and gets just lit up. I saw this early this morning. And, I got to make decisions on what to put into videos sometimes, folks. I can't put everything or the video would be an hour long. So, you know how it goes.
Yep.
All right, that's a desktop capture, so I want to go here. And I want to go here.
And you guys always talk about how many times Trump has lied. I've calculated that I think with your chyrons, I don't know if there's any journalists left at CNN, but I know that, if I were to estimate about 300 different, distortions or misinformation that we get out of CNN, and you have to watch them in the airport, which is harsh, but if you added all that up for 46 months, it comes out to be 300,000 plus distortions of truth. So my thing is that you guys,
he gives them some numbers.
Is that you went out and you made lies and you defamed a child, and then you had to settle out of court to pay this child for distorting information about this young individual. So I would say,
answer that up, you
if anything
tard.
that's happening
Look at him. Look at him.
And anybody who buys the book, it's really just one of those things that is dividing our nation.
His brain's frying.
And I don't believe in dividing our nation.
Are they going to cut this call off or not?
And so CNN is really the enemy of the truth, and that's my opinion. Thank you.
I'm grateful for the call, and I know that you're not the only person that feels this way. There has been a process of radicalization that's happened in this country with media bashing that is absolutely unprecedented. 20, 30 years ago, conservatives talked about media bias, and there were some really valid points to that critique. It is absolutely true that lots of journalists are based in New York and Washington. They're based in big cities. They have liberal leanings. And mainstream newsrooms are built to make sure that that bias doesn't seep into the news coverage. And yet sometimes it does.
It does every day, you
I think it's different to
liar.
Sometimes it does.
things as if they're enemies. No American is an enemy of another American. No news outlet is an enemy of America.
Liar.
Well, you're not American. They're China. They're working for foreign adversaries. Their owners are. So that propagates down to the people, folks. I've been up.
But that was a great calling for that guy. I mean, you see the smoke rolling out of his ears. There was nothing he could defend.
No. Yeah, there was nothing.
He had no ground to stand on at all.
He was just hoping that the phone call would go away.
You know it. Looking at the guys and hey, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off.
So here's another good one. Tucker releases audio of CNN anchor Chris Cuomo confiding in Michael Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that was Trump's lawyer. This guy, they're acting, it's Tucker time. So Tucker last night released that audio. I brought this up, I think, on Sunday. He had said he had a bombshell. Guys calling and saying, hey, I heard he was the Charlie Rose of ABC. He used to invite women to the hotel and open up his bathrobe. Do I look like the kind of fucking guy that's got to do that? Pretty crazy.
Yes, it is.
So we'll see what, I'm sure they'll just ignore it over there. Black Lives Matter vandalizes Elvis Presley's Graceland mansion with defund the police and F12 graffiti.
You gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable.
They don't care.
I know they don't.
Every single one of you speaks from county jail. See what this kid's got to say. A little bit of that Brian Stelter.
How's he gonna get a video when he's in jail?
Oh, they got
special effects.
They got Facebook in there now, man. I don't know.
I have no idea. In some area,
it was a phone call.
Hey guys, what do you want to say to the foundation?
He's on the phone call in the little police phone call in there.
To free Kyle. We have John Pierce, lead attorney for Kyle Rittenhouse, and we have Kyle Rittenhouse, direct from county jail. Guys, what would you like to say to the fans?
I just want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for the underlining support. It's just amazing. I want to thank all of you for the mail I've been receiving. It's been really helpful. Just want to let you all know that I'm going to be out of here soon, and stay strong, and I hope to see you guys soon.
And I want to say that this is 100% self-defense. If this is not self-defense for Kyle Rittenhouse under these circumstances, then no one can protect themselves, no one can protect their family, and no one can protect their country. This is a watershed moment in American history. A very bright line has been crossed. The right to self-defense is a God-given right, and we are not going to allow a prosecutor in Kenosha, Wisconsin, to take it away from Kyle Rittenhouse. Thank you so much for all the support.
Airborne.
That's right. He said it 100% correct. So.
Airborne, man. Stand up. Stand up. You're right, man.
That's right.
Don't let them push you around. Don't fall for that fake narrative crap. You see a policeman out there, man, thank you for his service. Come on, they got a bad job right now. Anywhere you live, even in peaceful areas, that job is still hard to do.
That's right. A lot of people are getting it. A lot of still don't. They're being brainwashed, and they're still just repeating things that they hear and don't know the facts. So get the facts. We try to bring it here. Of course, sometimes we're wrong as well. We look at lots of different information, and that's where if you come to the conclusion that a chunk of information is no longer good for you, you just don't look at it anymore, and you still look at lots of other things. And that's where we debate with people on the queue. It's like we think that's really good information until, Q has even quoted things like God wins. When are you going to quit looking at the Q stuff? Well, probably when information gets bad, or if I start seeing things like Satan wins in the end, then I would probably be like, I don't really like that. I don't see Satan wins. I see God wins. I see good information leading me to articles. So You know, I do not look at CNN stuff every morning. That's not part of my repertoire to put in and look at their, surf their site and get a couple articles. No, I don't believe them. I've made that decision. Now, do I sit here every day and bash CNN and convince you not to look over there? No, you should come to your own conclusion on what you're going to look at. See how that works?
I agree.
So people that come here and just comment out of nowhere, Q sucks. Q ain't real. They're lining up exactly against what Trump says. What they're lining up with mainstream. By the way, you can even look at other channels that try to be truthers that try to tell you things and try to steer you and tell you what not to look at. Why do they take the time to do that? They're on a narrative. They're on an agenda. They're with something. They're being paid to do something by somebody for some reason, most likely.
Right.
Or they have an agenda. It's a business. I've seen it all. I've just seen it all.
We're not getting paid. We're doing this we are doing this for you guys. It's not for a pat on the back. It's not for, oh, right, good job. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. All we know is we dig for information, and by golly, whatever we find, we're obligated to all the patriots and actually the whole world to bring it out. But like I say too, you got to make sure their stuff is at least right on the right page. So.
Exactly. We don't try to bring wrong information. It's a big difference if you're at CNN and you're got your whole story in your pack of papers and everything and there's a lie. And you're like, all right, now I got to get online or out to on the air here and try to convince people of these lies. That's a different mentality altogether. Being wrong on something sometimes. It's like, all right, we're 90% right all last year and 10% wrong on some stuff. It's like that's hella good. In the world that we are living in and looking at lots of information. Now, I'm not saying that's our track record. I'm just saying that's all you can hope to do is be right every day. Everything you give is accurate. And if you're dead on wrong or something, you just come back and admit that, retract it. That's what the mainstream won't do. A lot of people you argue with, instead of arguing to the death on something that's wrong, it's like now it's become a fight over I'm just not going to be wrong. That's some people's weapon too, is like I'm never going to be wrong, even if they are, and you prove it to them. Hell, that whole demoralization talk, these people don't even know how to explain themselves well enough to argue for facts that they believe in. They don't even, it's wild, folks. You can see it left and right. People don't care. You can shower them with all the truth information, documents after documents of true stuff, and they'll just push it out of the way and scream, they don't care. That's all a lie. They're convinced in their own head that something is true because CNN
it's great. It's great to witness somebody actually waking up. I've witnessed that, and that's it makes your heart grow because now somebody else is kind of. They have an open mind. They've taken the blinders off, and now they're hearing information from all over, all sorts of places where they can actually make up their mind within themselves. That's a glorious time. I'm not kidding you. What a thing to witness, and it doesn't happen, every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes to me or whatever, but it has happened quite a bit here lately, and it's just fantastic. I can't explain myself any better than that, people. It's just, when you're watching somebody like walk toward the road and they're not paying attention, there's a car coming. You go, hey, you grab them and pull them back, and they thank you for that. It's kind of the same thing, different scenario, but kind of the same thing. We're not necessarily trying to rescue you. We're trying to help you along your way. I hope it helps.
Yes, I hope it did too, folks. All right, there's
Woodman's
Airborne Woodman's Thoughts channel. Face just posted. We're going to shut it down. I got up really early today. I'm tired. Woodman's got to get over here. I got to get going after he leaves. So let's shut this one down, brother, and we'll do it again. If today's Wednesday, it's Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. I'll definitely be some more videos out later today. Possibly another live this early evening, maybe by myself. We'll see. I don't know if Woodman will be available, but again, in the evenings, it gets a little hectic for you. I know you got family and all that. But head on over, brother. We'll get together, and then I'm going to head out to get these. When I see Woodman, there'll be the list for what Woodman's brother takes care of, and then we're heading down to the other place to take care of that one. So any last shirt orders, get them in now. This for this first batch anyway. These are the very first batches going out. You can look for a couple little extras in there for sure on these first couple of batches. It's just going to have a lot of love in them. So now they'll all have the same, folks. I'm just joking. But yeah, head on over, brother, and we'll chit chat for a little bit when you're here. And you guys, thanks for being here this morning. Make sure, again, we are 100% demonetized, shadow banned. Share this video. All you have to do is hit the share. It's free to do so. If you want to support the channel at all, the links are down below. Shirts, website, and other than that, there's PayPal, the P.O Box. Send something in. Again, we're looking for a few more flags if you didn't hear. Like the flag hanging up behind me, the American flag, need one of those or two. And then a Don't Tread on Me. And then I got the Q. The Q kind of don't, where we go when we go all, that looks like the Don't Tread on Me that they kind of reproduced. It's the snake, but he's in a Q shape instead of the coil.
Yeah, John Hook gave that to us, I
yes,
think.
John Hook.
John. What a patriot! Woohoo! All right, him and Jimmy, they're really
and whatever we don't get, I'll purchase, no problem. It's just if people got them and they're willing. Other than that, to have a couple of each is awesome because we saw the different events we possibly going to a Patriot Fest in Texas. I don't know. Again, I wanted to ask that any Patriots in the Texas, Dallas area, Louisiana, Oklahoma, that's bordering Texas there. If you would be willing to come to a Legion, which is a couple hours away from you for another event, late October, we're just trying to get the buzz out and see. This is just another person doing it. Actually, one of the mods and another person on the channel that I've got hit up a couple different ways. I got a couple people in Connect, and I think they're working it out. I haven't heard much, but I said we wouldn't be able to do much. We're so far away, but other than come and support it, and it would be a Patriot Fest, so why wouldn't we? We would try. So let me know by email. And again, I don't think I have the email down below, but it's not that one. It would be Patriot Fest, Patriot Hour 2018. Patriot Hour 2018 at Gmail. That's a direct link to me. Patriot Hour 2018. Not the Patriot Hour either. It's just Patriot Hour 2018. 2018. In numbers. You don't have to spell that out. So Patriot Hour 2018 at Gmail. And let me know if you're interested in a Dallas area 2-day or at least 1 day overnight sleeping, same thing, same idea that we just did, but down in a different area. Be kind of cool.
It'd be nice to support somebody else too.
That's right. All right, brother. Well, great show. Patriots.
Airborne all the way, everybody. Full armor of God. Always remember that. Pray, pray, pray every day and read the word from the Bible, everybody. You need that. God bless you all, Airborne. Stay safe and healthy. I love you all.
God bless. Alexa, can you sing?
Yo, MCAI in the cloud, yeah? Hit it! Check out my crib, yo, it's the cloud. Check out my ride, yo, it's the cloud. Not making it rain, but it's the cloud. Reporting the rain, weather's in the cloud. Keeping your calendar, giving you reminders, making your list, being fact finder, dropping the single and rapping it proud. Your friendly AI, here in the cloud.
That's horrible. That was horrible. Unbelievable. All right, you guys. Have a great day. And we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video. We got Woodman. Always a great time when he's on. All right, we'll see you guys back here on the next show. I'm going to get ready for him to get over here. And you guys have a great day into your afternoon. Enjoy. It's Hump Day, halfway through your week.